Welcome everybody back to boostinmotion, guys, and today we're going to talk about the top things that Infiniti better not do for the black Q60S. But before I get back into the video, guys, please, if you enjoy my videos, watch a few other my videos. If you enjoy those, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. But otherwise than that, guys, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so that moves us to number one, pricing of the Q60 Black S. Now a lot of people been getting this hint that this car might be $100,000 Infiniti, and we're going mad, we're going crazy like Joker, like no, absolutely not. But hear me out, let's do a comparison here. Let's compare this car to the Acura NSX, right? With any brand, they have a flagship model car, and this car is what pretty much leads the path for the rest of the subdivision cars. So Acura has an NSX, and a lot of the styling cues moves down to the subdivision cars. Now that car being a $150,000, $200,000 car, it didn't really outsell anything because I honestly think it came out at the wrong time, and people didn't really want to buy a $150,000 Honda. Basically, that's what it is. And the same thing can apply to Infiniti, but can it? Hear me out, this too. Because if you compare, let's say, the performance of this Q60 Black S to, let's say, this comparison, which be M4 competition pack, this Q60 will outperform that car. And remember, the CS and or the competition pack is well over $100,000 M4. So if this car can beat that on the track and beat it in performance and everything like that, why does nobody want to purchase it? Reason being is Infiniti hasn't set enough of a lineage within the Infiniti brand that people will run over there and think, Infiniti, performance. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that in their mind. But people will go and purchase an M4 even though it's still a regular 4 Series, which is with a different motor and transmission. So yes, I can see this car being placed as a $100,000 car, and I think it'll be very affordable comparing to, let's say, an NSX and or even being a pretty much cheap and affordable Porsche 918. Prove me wrong, guys. Prove me wrong. Now, number two, moving on from the price of the car, let's talk about the interior. Now we know that this is pretty much a Q60. These cars could range between $40,000 to $60,000. Add another $40,000 on top of that to make it $100,000. What are they going to give you other than a motor, transmission, and hybrid system? They have to give you something else more. You want to be able to get in this car and feel like you're in a $100,000 car. So once again, let's make another comparison. Let's talk about the Lexus RSF and or the Lexus LC. Now these cars are high premium quality Lexus product cars, and people are still purchasing these cars all across the world. You want to know why? Because Lexus took the time out to make their cars damn near quiet or even better to drive in than even comparison to Mercedes and BMW. You get in some of these cars and they're coffins, they're quiet, they drive nice, and they're fast, and they're just also reliable cars, right? Infiniti did not create that lineage with themselves, so they're gonna have to make premium quality interiors, especially if it's gonna be the Q60 Black S. When you get in the M4, you know you're in the M4. You know what I'm saying? If you get in a 440 M package, once again, they give you the better styling cues and better interiors when you spend more money. So Infiniti, like the fact that you still haven't made red leather seats for your 4-door sedans yet, it's quite ridiculous. Even your M37 Q70s should have red interiors by now, and black headliners should be like standard. Like, there's so much things that Infiniti keep choosing to hold back on when it comes to interior and creature comforts. Yes, they're gonna have a better infotainment in 2020, 21, so we're gonna have Apple CarPlay and everything like that. But we want to get into a car and feel like it's a $100,000 car. We don't want to get in the car knowing that, hey, a basic red sport can literally be the same thing as a Q60 Black S. I'm just being honest about that. Now let's move from the interior to, let's say, the motor and or transmission. But let's just leave it with the transmission itself. But no, matter of fact, let's start with the motor. Now, me and a few other people, shout out to Enthusiast POV, we've been in the VR30 world for quite a while now, so we know a lot of information. Definitely go check out Enthusiast POV channel. Great dude, good dude. We're doing it out here for the Infiniti Q60 community. But otherwise than that, let's continue. Now, we've been in the Q50 Q60 material, brand for quite a while. What they need to do is come out with a better set of turbos for this Black S. Yes, we've modified our cars that we're making right around 450 to 500 wheel on 93 or to E85, right, on stock turbos. But for this car, it needs to be better. Yes, it has a hybrid system, but they need to make these turbos better. Once again, it needs to perform. It needs to perform well. And added to that, the transmission. This 7-speed transmission has been around for about a decade now. Infiniti can develop this 7-speed transmission, if they do choose to be a quicker shifting transmission, better torque tables, whatever, so it can handle the amount of torque that's going through it, and just way more just user adjustability. I feel as if that there's definitely other transmissions that's better out there compared to, let's say, the Coyote's 10-speed automatic, the ZF transmission, Z8 8-speed transmission. These transmissions perform well. So Infiniti could either develop this 7-speed to perform better. It's just internal components building up the transmission itself, or develop a new transmission. Some people are going to sit there and say they should make a dual clutch. I don't think they should, because dual clutches take maintenance and they wear out over time, especially with the amount of torque a hybrid car is going to be putting out. Though that dual clutch should definitely wear out a lot quicker than you think. So Infiniti need to develop a better transmission. Now, aesthetic wise, they definitely need to make, they don't need to do something like what Dodge is doing, where they're just giving the subdivisions the look of a Hellcat. Or the highest expensive brands. They need to make the Q60 Black S completely different. Give it carbon fiber, I don't freaking know, control arms and body panels. Give it carbon fiber, more carbon fiber parts, and make the car necessarily louder, because it's going to be a hybrid car. So make it just more individual than the regular Q60. Like an M4, so some of the old M cars, they're usually about 30 to 60% different in some of the body components than the regular 440s or 340s, whatever the case might be. So they need to apply that same science to the making the Black Q60 as that much more different just than the regular Red Sport and or premium or Luxes. Please, Infiniti, do that. Make it just that bit more difference. Because if I'm paying $100,000, I'm getting that much more of a different car. You know what I'm trying to say? So finally, just to condense everything, they need to make the car a car you want to drive. Hear me out. Hear me out. Y'all guys love a GTR, and people who own GTRs, drive GTRs, you know what I'm talking about. The car is an amazing car. It has a feeling, has its own, it feels special. It feels special. When you get in the M4 and drive an M4, M3, it feels special than the other subdivisions. Infiniti has this thing where they'll make faster cars or more sportier cars, but it doesn't really feel that much more special than the base models. That's just how they always been, from the G37 to the Q60, Q50 to the Q70 and a few other models. The cars just don't feel that much more special when you buy the more expensive one. Some of you guys may disagree with me, but from some other dudes and girls, y'all know what I'm talking about. When you drive a Hellcat and you drive a 392, there's a difference. It's not only a motor, it's literally just an essence of it. Pardon the background noise. So Infiniti needs to make this Black S that much more special, that people would want to go get it. Like, this is the car I want to get. This is the car I want to drive. And make it a joy to drive. When you go to Dodge, Chevy, and Ford, they want you to take their car to the track and beat on it and have fun. When you go to BMW, Audi, and Mercedes, they want you to get their AMG A63, 63 models and go out there and beat it on the cars and have fun with it and enjoy it, because that niche is for you guys, our guys who love these cars. Infiniti is choosing not to make that. You go to Toyota, they have now their smaller a Supra, whatever the case might be. Once again, that's going to get a lot of love and attention. You go to sorry guys, you go to Lexus, you get an RCF to go and beat on. They make these cars to be sport cars, these cars to just have fun with. That's what makes these cars special. This is what makes us stay with the brand. We want to be able to know that we can get in these cars and have fun and just be a joy to drive, from the interior to the exterior to whatever technology they put into it. As crazy as it sounds, you know, Infiniti has always been the class leader of technology in the past. Now, Infiniti has definitely slackened and trying to catch up to the paces of everyone else. So, Infiniti, if you're watching, definitely take a little bit of cues from this video. Otherwise than that, guys, you comment below, tell me what you think. I know I missed a few things, such as components as limited slip differentials, stop using the ABS system, bigger BBK, such as GTR brakes on it. I know, just better stock tires. I know we're not talking about those regular cars. We're talking about a high-end black Q60S. This car is $100,000. If it is going to be $100,000, make it feel like $100,000. Don't trick us. Give us the components. Don't give us an ABS system to try to trick us and think that we got a limited slip. Stop doing that, Infiniti. You have all the tools that you can to get it done. So otherwise than that, guys, please hit the like button, comment below, subscribe to me at boostinmotion, hit the bell notification. You can also add me at boostinmotion on Instagram and Facebook. And finally, you can also email me at boostinmotion@gmail.com, guys. Otherwise than that, guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. You guys have a good day. Thank you.